Friends of the Judiciary have a fun and informative coloring contest for you. And who better to talk about a coloring contest than our own friend Sean Gumatauto? I never thought I would give you that kind of intro,
I spend a lot of time coloring. I'm glad to be back coloring all the time with my kids, so at least I can practice.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this coloring contest, it's meant for younger children, but what is the message that you're trying to marshal across and teach them?
You know, one thing, Jason, is that with this law week is a little bit different than in the years past. We are in line with the rest of the island in the celebration of the liberation, the 75th anniversary. Yep. So it's the idea of evolving liberty, Guam, you know, with this whole idea with the 75 years. The contest really does allow us to not only work with our kids to see the images of Guam that, you know, that will kind of show us, hey, that laws are important, but also it's a good time for us to you know, ask ourselves the importance of Law Day, the laws of Guam, and how it impacts us, all of us, especially when it comes to our freedoms. And 75 years ago, they were taken away. Mm-hmm. We tend to forget that. And we want to celebrate that, of course, obviously, as part of our annual celebrations of Law Day.
So what objects will young people be challenged to fill in with color?
At least in terms of the K through second grade contest, it's an image of Guam, the flags, and actually our theme. Then for the grades 3 to 5, in the art contest, we're absolutely looking for their creativity, looking at the Law Week theme and developing some artwork based on it. And last year I had a chance to do last year's Law Week or Law Day art contest and see it, and there was some great, what do you call it, great entries from all of our island kids. We got some really talented folks all across the island.
Now I must ask, as far as the medium, because I cannot color to save my life, right? So I'm glad I fortunately
You need the one with the numbers first.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm glad I have the job that I do, because if it was with color, you know, I'm in trouble. Are we looking strictly with paper, and can they use markers in addition to like coloring pencils, crayons, or can they also do digitally? Is it a form they can download?
Well, I mean, I think for us, we're still kind of using the medium like a crayon, pencil, colored pencils. Those are fine. I think for the other artwork, we haven't gone beyond to the technology. Obviously, we want to see some different types of work from them. They're learning in the schools, so at least it's complement that effort, especially in our education system.
Very nice. And Law Week has traditionally always reached out to the younger generation, and it's the lawyers, it's the justices of the Supreme Court, it's the judges of the Superior Court, teaching people not only about, like, as you said, these liberties, but also you can have a very good career and you can serve the island in this capacity when you grow up.
Well, I know we, with the actual coloring contest and the art contest, is part of broader themes in our schools and teaching them about the importance of the rule of law. So there's a chance for them to not only do that, you also know as we get closer and closer, we'll be probably talking about it soon, but we have our mock trials. We're going to be back at the Judiciary. I think we're up to 32 schools will be participating in this year's event, which means that probably most of those 32 schools are going to be active in the coloring and the art contest.
Now, are you at liberty to tell us what the theme of this year's mock trial is going to be? Because every year, you know, I mean, the justices and, you know, the Chief Justice tends to do something like, I think one year they did, you know, was it Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Right. And then one year, I believe it was a Star Wars theme, or was it Harry Potter?
Well,
and
I think most of them
teaching serious law topics.
Right. I think most of them are keeping it close, because I have my youngest daughter is at Talafofo Elementary School. They're practicing for the mock trials, and she won't tell me what it's about, except that she is I think she's a member of the jury or a clerk, I believe, one of the two. So she's learning about clerks and jury and how the importance of juries. So at least I know that when it comes down to how we get that message out from the judiciary to our schools, hey, they're really getting it to the grassroots level of our community, which is at our kids.
All right. Okay. Now, as far as getting the materials and the papers and everything, will the judiciary be distributing those, or should school administrators contact you to pick them up?
Well, we have our website, the GuamCourts.org website. You click on there, the form comes up, and the coloring form. I think it's 8.5 by 11. For the artwork, I think it's 11 by 17 is the format. They can do whatever they want. And they just got to make sure that their name's on it, their school, their teachers' names are on there as well, and grades, so that we know who actually did that. Once we get it, they'll be judged, and we'll definitely have a chance to showcase the artwork. So I think if we can encourage kids to do that and to understand, hey, this is something pretty cool, especially to learn about our laws, I think that's something that we all should try to strive for. And not just once a year, Jason, we should be doing this every day of the year.
Okay, so heading into break and everything, is there anything else you guys have planned? Because Law Week is incredibly busy for you guys. Literally every single second of that week, you guys have, there's exhibits, you guys have live tours with the community, you're coming out here and speaking to the general public.
The Friday before the week, we'll be having our proclamation. May 1st is the Chief Justice's State of the Judiciary, and then just all the events almost for the whole month, for the most part.
Okay, well, best of luck to you.
Jason, thanks again for the time and opportunity.
All right, everyone, best of luck to your Oakland A's as always.
As always.
Sorry about the Raiders.
I know.
All right, we'll talk about that some other time.
Okay.
All right, and we will see you right after this break.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived.